covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
New at 6, a cold case in Corning heats back up. A missing woman's case turns to a murder investigation.
Plus,
we'll do it again. We'll cover the issues that they have.
plans for a gun range in Millville are now on pause. We show you why.
But first,
Whoa.
that is what you call rain. We're tracking the rain and the high winds across our area, and it's not over yet. Here's a live look right now, as you can see, over Butte County. Heavy gray clouds, and yeah, that camera lens is wet right now.
Yep, it's been pouring rain out there. We're tracking that stormy weather with Sade pulling in for Howie tonight. Sade, how much more can we expect in the next couple of hours here?
So we're going to see a lot of rain. We might see some of it go on and off, but it's pretty much going to stay consistent throughout the day and throughout the week. So let's have a look. So this is a live look over Deer Creek Highway. As you can see, looking over Highway 32, we are seeing some clouds. Camera's looking a little bit foggy right now. That's because we did have some rain showers. We are seeing a little bit of a break right now, but those showers will continue. So we had heavy rain and snow today. We also had some gusty southeast winds as well. And we will also have some more snow and rain ahead throughout the week. This rain will continue on till about Tuesday, so unfortunately for St. Patrick's Day, it's looking like it's going to be inside. This is a look at our satellite and radar showing our area. We have a bit of green and yellow and mixtures of snow and rain consistent in our area. This is a look at our temperatures right now. Our valley is in the 40s, our foothills is in the 40s, and then our mountains in the 30s to 40s range, and I'll break down more of those temperatures back to you guys.
Thanks, Sade.
New at 6, what was once a missing persons case in Corning is now a murder investigation.
Now, we told you about the missing mom, Hilaria Marmolejo, just a few weeks ago, that it was an unsolved mystery. A special segment, Action News Now reporter Jerry O'Lennon shows us how detectives are now honing in on one suspect.
Not only do we have a homicide, but we have a bona fide suspect that we're looking at.
Tehama County Sheriff Dave Kane will not name that suspect, who investigators say is responsible for the disappearance and death of Hilaria Marmolejo. Marmolejo went missing in August of 2016. She was living in a residence on this road in Corning, McLean Avenue. She was living with her 2 young children, one 4 and the other 1. Also here, her husband, Jorge Luis Garcia Sandoval, who Marmolejo reportedly was leaving for another man. Can I ask you if you've ruled out Jorge Luis Garcia Sandoval? Is he ruled out?
We have not ruled out any potential people that are associated with this investigation.
The case went from a missing person to homicide a few years ago, but the leads have gotten warmer.
We've developed additional witness statements. We've developed additional evidence during this case. We've been working with our partners at Homeland Security to identify any potential border crossings. We have worked with the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Investigators are hopeful that the remains of Marmolejo, who was 24 at the time, will be found.
We have searched in several locations, and at this point we're not going to disclose that because we believe one of the locations could be very pertinent to our case.
Beginning Thursday, the Tehama County Sheriff's Office will begin distributing these flyers asking for the public's help.
There has been a large interest in this case, and there has been for many years. And we're hopeful that that'll help generate additional leads.
Leads that will finally close a mystery that surrounded this area for nearly 9 years.
We will continue to give everything we've got to this case for the Duran family, that the Sheriff's Office feels for what they've gone through over the last 9 years, and we're committed to do everything we can in an effort to find Hilaria Marmolejo and to bring the person who's responsible for her death to justice.
In Tehama County, Jerry O'Lennon, Action News Now.
As for the mother's children, who are now 12 and 9, well, they're living with their grandmother. New at 6, a Palermo man was arraigned today on home invasion and burglary charges.
Prosecutors say that he stole from the home of an Orville widow twice in the same week. DA Mike Ramsey says Joshua Hellman is charged as a third striker and faces a life sentence if convicted. Ramsey says he stole from the victim's home and used her credit cards, then broke in again and stole jewelry with help from Allie Ferguson of Orville. Police are still working to arrest her. Hellman is jailed with $1.5 million bail and will return to court next week. New details now. Houses in Paradise were left without water after the Paradise Irrigation District had to shut off an entire pipeline yesterday afternoon. Well, today we learned that it was shut down because of a leak in that line. Paradise Irrigation District representatives say that about 270 households were left without water. Irrigation District Manager Kevin Phillips says it's working to make sure that this doesn't happen again, and we did speak with residents in the affected area.
If you're planning on cooking and you have friends over and you're going to need water or toilets or shower, we really need in advance. And since the alert said some kind of an emergency, well, as soon as the emergency was noted, we should have been notified.
Now, Phillips with the PID says that the district is working on bettering ways to communicate when there and if and when there are future emergency shutoffs. This shutoff lasted from about 3 in the afternoon yesterday to about 3 this morning. Former Shasta County Supervisor Patrick Jones' proposed gun range is on hold again. Action News Now reporter Blake Mayfield tells us what the next step is for both Jones and opponents of the range.
I would rather have been moving dirt this summer. That probably isn't going to happen. But it is the process, and so it's a small setback.
Back in 2023, Shasta County performed a negative mitigated declaration of Patrick Jones' 151-acre parcel of land to assess environmental impacts of a potential gun range. But Shasta County Judge Benjamin Hanna is now ordering Jones to submit a more extensive environmental impact report before the project is approved.
We went to great lengths on this range to protect the environment and to improve it from where it is today. And once we complete the EIR, that'll play out in court well.
To me, I think that's going to be a non-starter, because at this point, we have the information to be able to say it is very unsafe. It is a significant public safety hazard.
Ed Wilkes is one of 20 people who filed a lawsuit against Jones and the county in an attempt to stop the range from being built. The range will be near a 5.5-mile stretch of Highway 44 with just a few miles proximity to 97 businesses and homes.
60 people could be firing at the same time, and all aiming, directly north. And that scares me.
According to CAL FIRE, 284 shooting-caused wildfires burned more than 26,000 acres between 2012 and 2022 across the state. Still, Jones feels once the requested EIR is complete, he has a good chance of being able to build his dream.
To make a claim without the facts, saying there's a certain animal or toad that could be there, we're going to put all that to rest.
Reporting in Millville, I'm Blake Mayfield. Action News Now.
Jones says an environmental impact report can take anywhere from 12 to 18 months to complete and will cost him nearly $250,000.
New at 6, a major blight problem was cleared out today on C Street in South Orville. Orville City Councilwoman Janet Goodson shared these photos on social media, saying that, quote, "After years of being an eyesore on the south side, we have finally demolished this blight." She thanked the city's code enforcement and public works crew and the judge who issued the warrant that allowed it all to happen. Goodson also said that neighbors are thrilled and relieved. Happening now, we could learn what comes next for the Mountain Gate Volunteer Fire Department after it suspended services. Action News Now reporter Jesse Angelo shows us what could happen at tonight's meeting.
The Mountain Gate Community Services District Board is hearing a report from Fire Chief Corey Stevens about their concerns at the department about having unsafe gear that does not meet OSHA requirements. That is why they suspended operations for the Volunteer Fire Department on Monday and are hoping that they can secure the funding to upgrade that gear so they can start responding to calls again soon. The board is also considering sending the fire chief, assistant chief, and battalion chief to a fire training symposium in Fresno later this month. In Mountain Gate, Jesse Angelo, Action News Now.
We'll have tonight's outcome ahead at Action News Now at 11.
In need of hazardous tree removal, we'll show you how you can get help, but you need to act fast.
But first, saving salmon and trout diversity. We show you the very cool process being implemented in the case of a natural disaster down the road.